I'm going to give Dan one since he stayed on the webinar this long. Dan wants to reach people in Ponte Vedra. So again, he's going to go ahead after he has his business page created. I just recommend one business page, Dan, but if you really want to create another one and manage it, go ahead. We're going to go create ad. I need to know the Ponte Vedra zip code. So what I do is I just go to Google. I type in Ponte Vedra zip. Zip is going to give me more targeting options, more specific than I would by just putting in the city name. So I go over here again to engagement. I go ahead and I just call it PV 55 plus. Then I name what I'm doing, you know, house pick, beach house. Press continue. Now, we have to use those 4 or 5 things. First thing we got to do is a zip code. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put that zip code in, and now I'm going to go ahead and only advertise to the 28,000 people in Ponte Vedra. Now, I don't want to get the tourists that are in town for their the conferences that are held at the resort, so I'm going to go to the second one that we showed you in the picture earlier, people who live in the location. Dan, I've narrowed it down to 15,000 people, okay? Now, I've got a choice to make. Do I want to go to all 15,000 people that live there in Ponte Vedra? Wouldn't be a bad strategy. That's going to run you about $70, $700 for a 10. That's going to be about a $210 budget. If I want to do that, just go down, scroll to the bottom, put in budget, lifetime, $210. Set the time frame up to run for a month, and I'm good. Okay? And I'm going to reach about this many people every day, you know, and until they run out of 15,000. If I want to limit it to so they only see it once, I could do that. If I want them to see it as many times. But let's say your budget isn't that, Dan. You want to narrow it down. So we go ahead and we add that other one that I did in the example, homeowners. Okay? Demographics. Now I've got 11,000 people that are homeowners in Ponte Vedra, but you said you want to reach 55 and older. So I'm going to also adjust the age to 55 and over. Now I've got people in Ponte Vedra that are homeowners that are 55 and over. I've got a pretty tight audience here, Dan. I've got like for $60, my math might be off there, but $70 will get you in front of about 5,600. So let's say $70, you can get your message in front of people 55. You could go do a Facebook Live at a D.R. Horton property. You can go ahead and say this is a great retirement community. If the prices are too much along the coast, I think you'll love living here. I'm not going to give you the names. Click the send message button, and I'll get you all the info, including the addresses of my 3 favorite subdivisions that are going in the ground up here. Do a tour of the clubhouse. Do a tour of the pool. Don't ever mention where you're at. That way they have to message you, and you could register them and make a 4, 5, 6% commission. Dan, here's another one. If you wanted to go ahead and niche this down on a listing ad, just go after people likely to move. Instead of homeowners, we go after people likely to move. Okay? And now we've got an audience of less than 1,000 people. How would we know how much less? Well, once we create this audience by saving it as people likely to move, PV 55 likely to move, I could go do this with a boost, and it would show me that, there's 650 people there, and also add the button to message me. If I wanted only homeowners that were likely to move, not people that are renting that are likely to move. Now, how does Facebook have these databases? They have them. The likely to move database is data that they sell to brokerages for $600 to $3,000 a month. It's a combination of people that have done searches on Trillia.com, people that have read articles about 3 things to get your house ready for sale over on Realtor.com, and they're able to put your ad with a boost in front of them.